Are you ready to receive my pipe? It's going to be quite difficult, yeah. This has the potential to go horribly wrong.
Or horribly right. Is that what you said? Yep, okay.
Yeah, this isn't going to work. Well, this is a lot more fiddly than I thought it would be. We have just finished getting all of this green piping up into the loft space from the ground floor, working its way through all of the different rooms downstairs. This is all the ducting for our mechanical ventilation with heat recovery system. And in this video, we're going to show you what we did to install it and explain a little bit about how the system works. And most importantly, how this is the final piece of the puzzle for fixing our damp issues, so that hopefully we end up with a nice warm, dry home. So let's show you what we did. Okay, I'm coming up. You got it?
Next.
After cleaning up years and years of accumulated dust, the first task was to work out where we were going to put the ventilation unit so that we could run the ducting and make sure we had enough length.
This feels fairly sturdy up here. I think it would be nice to or frame these walls out so that these ones are all visible all the way around.
Yeah, and so I was thinking if for eave storage you could come even back to here.
You could,
You're
yeah.
not going to walk all the way under here, but as soon as you want,
Yeah,
because as soon as you exactly you start
because
bending.
then you actually get more head height.
That's about a meter.
That's a meter.
Okay. If that's where the wall is going to be the whole way around.
Yes.
If our pipe is coming up here.
Yeah.
Let's try this scenario first. If the ventilation unit was to be here,
Yep.
and you've got one grey box and one grey box.
Because you need to get access to clean the filters and stuff, I think it makes sense to bring it up.
All the way?
So it's walk in.
Could just be a little mini wall at desk height space. So from there to there.
Aha.
So if it was there,
Oh, perfect.
then you've still got enough space to do the bend.
And it comes out the top, does it?
Yeah. Equally, if the unit was
Yes.
a little bit over, and then a meter for your grey boxes, they can still be in this eave space.
Yes. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a jigsaw cut such a straight line.
It's cool, isn't it?
That's amazing.
I went all the way down to the ground floor.
Ta-da! Wow, look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah, we made a mess on our lovely new floor down there.
It's going to be a really tiny elevator. We've cut a hole in the floor here for all of our ventilation ducts to come up through or down through, I guess depending on which way you want to look at it. And this is going to run through what is a cupboard on the first floor all the way through to the kitchen on one side and the lounge on the other side on the ground floor. So it's an ideal location to be able to pass something all the way down from the roof space down to the ground floor. Now we just need to run some pipes through it. Are you ready to receive my pipe?
I am. Make sure you bring it through the same place where it's coming into the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise you will wrap it around the frame wall.
That is good thinking.
Yep, up through there. Yeah, it's going to be difficult because
It's going to be quite difficult, yeah.
So the other option we have,
Yeah,
if you were to take not that end, but the other end,
yeah.
and we take that end up, and when it gets to the point where we have enough up here, then we can cut it.
Let's just see if we can do it this way
Okay.
and feed it up.
It's just a lot of pipe to come up here.
It is, but we need it up there anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't going to work. It's all knotted up.
Yeah. So take that back down then.
Yeah.
Flip the roll of pipe over so you get access to the other side.
Right. I think that's what you mean.
Yep. And then, yeah, pass that up, and then I'll pull, because it's not that much that needs to come up here to get cut.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Oh, God. This is ridiculous. Well, this is a lot more fiddly than I thought it would be, as usual. We had to unwind this 50-metre long roll of tube just to get all the kinks out of it, but now we can measure off the distance that we need for the first run, which goes into the utility room. And unfortunately the pipe isn't marked numerically with the lengths. There is like a little black dot every metre, so we can just kind of count that off, cut it, and then hopefully it will be a little bit easier and a bit less unwieldy the shorter it gets. Okay, are you ready to receive my pipe again?
Oh, I just realised.
Oh yeah?
Didn't we say we were going to frame this out first?
Yeah.
I mean, we can pass this one up and see how we are on the estimates, but then we should do this, otherwise it would be very difficult to do that once all the green pipe is in place.
Yeah. Well, should we just do that first?
No, get this up here and then we'll do it.
Okay. This should be a lot easier with a shorter length, which
That's
is
what they say.
what I'm much more experienced with.
Right, can you just keep an eye on any kinks and things?
Yes, I will. You want more?
Okay,
There we go.
there's loads up here.
Okay.
The good news is we can just put that there while we build this wall in.
Okay, that's also good.
And it will also give us an aid for like how many tubes will fit against the wall and how we're going to clip them, etc., etc.
So it's almost like we planned it this way.
Almost, yep. One day we'll have an actual workshop. Yep.
It's a very awkward space.
Yeah,
We should have put this on before we put these in.
it would have been just as awkward.
Yeah, it would.
Try again.
I saw a great trick on another YouTube video recently about cutting circular holes, which is to run the drill in reverse to begin with, so that it doesn't bite into the wood and go all over the place, and then drill out as normal.
That trick works a treat.
The bit that didn't work so well is I cut the hole in the wrong place, but after a quick undo redo, we were ready to move on.
So something that we've done to make this a bit easier is estimate the length and cut it. So I've only got a 6-metre piece of pipe to wrangle rather than one that's about 50 metres long. So, I mean, it sounds easier, doesn't it? Should have thought of that before. Okay.
All right, give me your end. Oh, we need to tape all these up as well.
We will
Yeah.
tape them up.
Okay.
Take my end.
And then stick your end in the hole.
Okay, bear with me. Can you take it more?
That's a lot more than we need.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
Ah,
beautiful.
perfect.
Right, now that things are going in a bit more of a positive direction, let's talk a bit about what this ducting is for and why we're installing it. The ducting is part of a mechanical ventilation with heat recovery system. Essentially, it sucks out warm, stale, humid air from kitchens and bathrooms and pumps in cool, fresh air from outside into all the living spaces. The heat from the stale air is recovered and used as energy to power the unit, although it does require some electricity to work as well. The goal of the whole system is to reduce humidity and provide a constant flow of clean air throughout the building. This improves air quality inside and also reduces the risk of damp and mould caused by excess moisture. The main ventilation unit will sit up in the roof space, in the eaves, with easy access so we can get to the filters, change them and clean them periodically. It has a large diameter insulated air intake from the north side of the building, and then it has an exhaust outlet that goes vertically up through the roof tiles. This unit is then connected to 2 grey distribution boxes, one for fresh air in and one for exhaust air out. From the grey boxes, flexible green ducting, the stuff that we're installing in this video, runs throughout the house and connects to these vertical green things, which will ultimately be cut to size and then covered with a ceiling-mounted vent cap in future. This system is manufactured by a Spanish company called Cyber, and we bought it from a reseller in Portugal called Canal Centro. And all of this is part of our big solution to reduce damp, mould and excess humidity that's very common in old stone buildings. We've got lots more videos on this topic, and I've left a list of some related ones in the description box below. But in short, we've lowered the external ground level around the whole house, laid an insulated limecrete floor downstairs, and installed underfloor heating connected to an air source heat pump throughout the entire ground floor. We'll also be running underfloor heating on the first floor as well, but we haven't got to that yet. And so this MVHR system really is the final piece of the puzzle to keep the house as warm, dry, and comfortable as possible. But there's still more work to do, so let's get back to the action.
Okay, pause.
Rather than rolling this out all across the garden, I think we can cut off half the number of things to keep it still rolled up and just unfeed the amount we need and cut it so that it's still movable as a roll. Unlike the other one, which we took all the things off and then it became an unexpanded mess.
An expanded mess even.
An expanded mess.
A complete mess.
Yes. Shall we see if it will work?
This has the potential to go horribly wrong.
Or horribly right. Is that what you said?
I feel like having 3 of these is...
Might be a little bit too much, but I was
much.
just thinking, could just measure off how much it is and then find where it is and then cut it.
And then maybe cut it.
And then be able to feed it out. It's a black mark.
If you just put a hand on that, I'll go and get the saw.
So in case you're wondering, we're not going to be hooking up these vents. We are just putting them in place. We won't be putting the ventilation system into the loft until the roof has been redone. And I don't mean the roof needs rebuilding, it needs retiling with a membrane and insulation and then retiled. Just as FYI.
Are you announcing to our lovely people that we need a roofer?
Oh, I hadn't got that far yet. I was just talking about we're not going to hook it up to the ventilation system yet until we have a new roof on. But yes, if you're a roofer or know a good roofer who understands timber framing, insulation in roofs, membranes, air gaps, warm roof versus cold roof, please let us know. Send me an email, hello@makedogrover.com. Right, put your hand on it and go backwards so that I know which one it is. Yep, okay.
Yep.
Keep going. Okay.
Yeah, that was much easier.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
No, nor can I. Alrighty.
Just watch that other end, please. Hold on.
Holding. And where are we going? In between the others and to this side, yes. Okay, hold it there, hold it there. And I'm going downstairs. Pushing. That is a lot of pipe.
The last step was to attach the green ducting into the vertical green things that I still don't know the real name for, with a couple of rubber seals and a plastic clip that creates an airtight seal.
Let me see if I can do... no, let me try this one here, which is... I've got plenty of length on already. Just to see how easy or not easy it is. It is not easy.
Okay, so if I go and get one and we can do it out of place on the ground.
Oh no,
first.
I got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Would it also be useful if I was on a ladder pushing the other thing to it? Because at the moment it's just moving as you push it in. Or is that it?
It's in.
Okay.
And kind of shift it across and up and
Yeah.
what have you.
That's kind of what I was suggesting before we put the next two in. Is if I just go and pull it up a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
If you hold them and give me the drill, then I can do it from here.
Okay.
Alright, so I think this one is going to be the easiest, but I want to go up there and see how much slack it has.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that it can go in this corner here.
Yes.
So
Because that's the bathroom one.
get
right?
it as flat as possible along here with a turn, but I just want to see how much slack it has upstairs.
So I guess we want to do something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then clip it kind of as low as possible, I guess.
Yes.
To keep that curve in place.
Yeah. Cool beans. Okay, we are done with all the ducting installation for now. Of course, the whole system isn't ready to be used. That will come a lot later, but it's good to get this done. And it was actually a lot easier than we thought, although it was a little bit fiddly.
Yes, so I had estimated 4 days for this. I think it took a day and a half, which is excellent. There is a couple of things outstanding, which is to kind of box in the service cavity here, but we don't need to do that right now, just before we start on the bathroom and block this wall up. But the excellent thing is it's the last piece of work that we needed to do, the messy kind of work that affects downstairs. So we can now move our bed downstairs into that lovely lounge space and be much more comfortable than we have been for
For a long time.
yeah, for a long time. There is a couple of other projects down there that we want to do to get comfortable. There will be videos shortly on those. But yeah, it's a massive achievement now to be able to move in downstairs so that work up here can start in the not too distant future. Quick shout out to Kate, who is one of you lovely people out there who watches our videos, who has this similar system and was helping me with so many of the decisions, actually introduced me to this brand. We have a slightly different system, Kate. Ours is much bigger, the unit that goes in the loft, because we have 3 floors. But thank you very much. It's been super helpful. And yeah, just wanted to say that. Thank you.
So it is great to get this done. Of course, we've just done the ducting part so far. Later on, we'll be connecting it all up and commissioning the system, putting some holes through the roof and through the walls to actually bring in the fresh air and get rid of the stale air and all the humidity. So do stay tuned for that, although I have no idea which year that will take place in. Definitely not this year, maybe next year. But thank you for joining us for this one. We will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
See you later. Okay, bye-bye. Is that better?